Good evening and welcome. The time is finally here. The ILRF1 Season 5 lineups. The waiting's finally over. A lot of you have been asking me questions left, right and centre, but now the talking has stopped and now the answers will come out. We'll be going through all 11 tiers, 4 on Xbox, 7 on PS4 tonight. But let's just get straight into it. A big shout out first though to the drivers, the ILR PS4 drivers who volunteered to take part in this realistic race. So it's been a really exciting race so far, but big shout out to them. Give us some background footage anyway. But anyway, we'll get straight into it. So we'll start straight with the Xbox tiers. We've got 4 tiers, all Friday 7:30 p.m. ILR 1 will be no assist. ILR 2 will be line only. ILR 3 will also be line only. And ILR 4 will be assist. So we'll just get straight into ILR 4. Titan Prime 9. Adol's Gamer, Unity Gilbert, Barry 23, Unity Darren, JJ Rock, Atlantis J20, AOR Andrew, SSR F1 Ben 23, Only DTM, FRT Bianchi, Carl Pearson 458, WR Dark Phoenix, OPS Maiden, Nightfire 1964, Ellie Vettel, Don Thunder, KG Fuzzball, B-Sticks Tornadoes, and F1 Zanardi. And we have a reserve of Azum. So 20 drivers there in ILR4. The assist here, we'll be looking for a commentator for that actually. So if you are interested in commentator, get in touch. Free Friday 7:30 p.m. And we move straight on to ILR3 Xbox line only. And we'll start at the top. WOR Blaze Guns, Revolution 44, AOR Edited Fawn, ILRT Jason, ILRT Bourbon, OO Epics O, GSY Ginger Ninja, Passion 1G, Smasher Sam 0796, AJH 722, Vanquisher 077, Lapper Infinity 01, Snodvod Bodson, Joker 2121, SVG Aqua, Kimmy MF16, APS Hamilton, ILRT Steerage, L Rampage, and Callum G247, and that rounds up ILR 3. We'll go straight into ILR 2, which is line only. Got 19 drivers here for ILR. ILR 2, we've got Maestro, our reigning champion. He is F1 Maestro 26 returns. We've also got title contender Midsi 15. We've got Jamie OC 2004. We've got Boemsen, The Amazement. We've got Will Murdoch, Frap Kizzy. We've got Catherine BWFC, Antiv Beacon, LCR Mulder, Josu Alzagari, I butchered that, apologies, Chris Macker Jones, VSR Kushmania, Dazfell, The Beacon Yomo 07, SHZ Overkills, Aaron Dazzler, Flying Rozzy, VNTR Minty 77X, and that is ILR 2 line only. And we'll move straight on to ILR 1 No Assist. This is the big dogs. Had a fantastic season last year. There won't be any surprise, no Veloz surprise this year, so the title winner last year will not be making a return, which is a shame, but it does open it all up for the rest of the drivers, and we'll go through those drivers now. So at the top, Oh My God It's Joe, TRL Limitless, TRL Martin, CRGA Morso, Snazzy Even 44, EVR Reynolds, LCR Leopard, Jork 94, VSR Syrah, Jason 97F1, TSR Bastek, Draxler ZR1, VSR Verstappen, KJ Gamer, CRL Rosberg, CRGA Hamilton, Maloney 88, Veloz Alonso, P1R Brown, RBZ 1012, and a reserve driver in Kyle Mitchell. So a couple of new guys returning. We've got Veloz Alonso back, KG Gamers and VSR Verstappen are racing as well this season. And of course we've got Oh My God It's Joe, TRL Limitless and Martin staying on for another season, hopefully gunning for the title. I did see rumours that TRL Limitless might be trying out the pad again. I don't know. I saw the tyre patch. He maybe go back to pad for a season. We'll have to wait and see if that's the case. But I just can agree, guys. A fantastic lineup, and big shout out to all the four PS4 tiers there. All the 80 drivers that have signed up. Fantastic, and I really do appreciate it, lads. It should be a great season. I'm sure Ellis and Steerage will want to say big thank yous as well to all of them. Obviously, I'm doing this now via the PS4, but they're not here. But I'm sure they can, sure they will appreciate it, and it should be a great season. With that in mind, we will move straight on to the PS4 tiers. Before that, I will mention the Xbox car selection is yet to be completed. That'll be done in the next week or two by the admins themselves. So don't worry about the cars yet, lads. We'll get that sorted next week or two, and that it won't be randomly selected. It'll be based on last season's pace and time trial times for new drivers. So don't fret. With that in mind, we will move on to PS4, and now this could take a while. I've got my water next to me. 7 tiers, a lot of drivers. We could have really done 8 tiers, the amount of reserves we have, but it's better not to really do that at this point in time. We'd rather keep it simple, make sure we've got a full commentary team in place for each tier to give drivers the chance to be a part of a live commentary broadcast. So I'll give you a quick lowdown. We've got 7 tiers this year. We've got 3 tiers now on the Sunday. With ILR3 moved to the Sunday, which is Racing Line ABS Medium TC only. We've got Racing Line ABS on ILR2 and then Racing Line only in ILR1. So we're weaning off this now to try and match with our ILR Xbox counterparts, which I think is the right direction to go, especially for the eSports being such a big factor nowadays and that being no assist. So it does encourage drivers who want to get to the top to go towards no assist. So anyway, we will move on to ILR7, which will be at 6:30 PM on Thursdays with ILR6. We'll get straight into it. With the PS4 tiers, we have, as you know, I'm sure a lot of you know, ranked the cars. We've got from Mercedes down to the bottom. If you rank first to 20, which will be all laid out nice crystal clear on the forum and Twitter later, so you can see it all in detail, black and white. But just a little exclusive, this video will be telling you exactly what car you are in. So we'll go through it. I'll say the car and I'll say the gamer tag in line with that, and that's the car you have. I'm sure you'll be keeping your ear out to your teammate as well. What I'll be saying is the gamer tag's not with Twitter, but I'm sure it'll be a lot clearer later on. So with that in mind, let's get to it with ILR7 PS4 Season 5. In the Mercedes, Bill 2203. In the Ferrari, TGI Play 7. In the Red Bull, Mouchalot 6. In the Red Bull, Kyle JS04. In the Ferrari, Risky Racer 44. In the Mercedes, Khalifa 99. In the Renault, Bazza 239186. In the Force India, Philip Hogston. In the Haas, Apex Whiteout. In the other Haas, OKK 21. In the Force India, Bradders G008. In the other Renault, Jacko 10509. In the McLaren, Murdoch F1. In the Toro Rosso, Howitzer. In the Sauber, Kindly Reed 03. In the Williams, Jess Gamer 95. In the other Williams, Jay Fernandez. In the Sauber, M Besma. In the Toro Rosso, Crazy Flying Rob. And rounding up the 20 in the McLaren, Pro Opa. So there we have it. A lot of returning faces from ILR6 last year, which is great to see. Good to see. So obviously a lot of the guys enjoyed it. Some of them weren't too happy with the seasons last year, so we want to push on, try and make it an exciting one, and try and prove me wrong. So obviously with this ranking system now, this is how you fared last season. Try and go out there and prove me wrong. We've got a few reserves as well for ILR7. Alex P89TM, Straw Blonde, TMB Voss 13, Jono MDK, and L2 Banter reserve drivers. Of course, guys, with reserve drivers, you will probably be racing near enough nearly every week with drivers being away. You will be entitled to score driver points as every other driver, and you'll be assigned a car if any of the current full-time drivers leave. So don't be too disheartened if you're a reserve driver, guys. You will most likely be racing each week and scoring points and finding you could technically fight for the driver's title. That's what I tell everyone. So hopefully, if the time comes, if the driver does leave, then we will assign new cars and the car. So anyway, we'll move on. The commentator for ILR7 this season is Owen Wyatt. So good job on Owen. He's taken up another additional com role in PS4. So kudos to him. Move straight to ILR6. This is also at 6:30 on Thursdays. The ILR6 tier: Mercedes, Lord Elephant 9000. In the Ferrari, King MJJ. In the Red Bull, Noel Petrick. In the other Red Bull, Ryan Berry 996. In the Ferrari, Bastos AMB. In the Mercedes, Don Rajib 786. In the Renault, ILRT Johnny 222. In the Force India, Uwatmate 80205. In the Haas, Apex Iceman 1. In the other Haas, Sulaiman Taja. In the Force India, Johnny R95. In the Renault, Zudema. In the McLaren, Antatak. In the Toro Rosso, MK Born 2000. In the Sauber, Dansgar 1302. In the Williams, JY Pinsky. In the other Williams, Monkey Meg 44. In the Sauber, Little Piece. In the Toro Rosso, ILRT Smudge. In the McLaren, Selene. That completes the 20 drivers for ILR6. As you can imagine, there is some saucy constructors battle forming up right away. In the ILR6 reserves, we have Iceman Salah, Gazman 96, Lord Alarm 786, and Morass 25. So unfortunately, guys, you couldn't make the cut for a full-time seat, but as I said, you will likely be racing 9 times out of 10 most weeks anyway. We do value having a full grid, and with drivers being away and having other schedules, 2-3 away each week, I'm sure you'll be racing to be able to score points. And if someone leaves, again, bang, full-time seat for you. So don't be too disheartened. We've got a few reserves, so welcome everyone to the tier. Although there's quite a few new faces there. Monkey Meg, Lord Alarm, Gazman returns. Ryan Berry takes the demotion down as well, but that could put him into a possible title contention as well. And the commentator for ILR6 next season is Graham Chappell. He will be commentating that. Once again, did a fantastic job last season in the old ILR6, now 7. So we look forward to continuing that on. We will now move on to ILR5 PS4. This is 8 PM on Thursdays. So we're moving towards the business end now of the Thursday night racing. In the Mercedes, we have Ritzer 97. In the Ferrari, we have Huberto Mancini. In the Red Bull, we have J. Carty LFC1. In the other Red Bull, we have Owen Wyatt 13. In the Ferrari, we have Paul McGuinness 92. In the Mercedes, we've got Dainstar 51. In the Renault, we have Cam K Mon 153. In the Force India, we have Colmeds 1. In the Haas, we have Joe C NUFC. In the other Haas, we have Verstappen Red Bull 33. In the Force India, we have Rich 500. In the other Renault, we have Skikolo. In the McLaren, we have AOR Specialist. In the Toro Rosso, we have Niels T2NL. In the Sauber, we've got Elite or Lorenzo 14. In the Williams, we've got Larkin 4S. In the other Williams, we've got Farber. In the Sauber, we've got Alduro. In the Toro Rosso, we've got TMB Wazi C. And in the McLaren, we've got Chapelele. Our reserves are Sim Racing Davis, ILRT Milden, Cajman 321, and RZDV 2000. And again, for these guys' reserves, it's just a case of you signed up a little bit too late towards the end of the sign up and spaces were being allocated out. So don't take it dishearteningly. We'll be in touch each week to say there's a space and you can race, so be ready for that and be ready to race almost every week, like I said. So a few reserves, great grid there. We've got Jess Gamer commentating that. I think Evil might be as well. So should be an exciting grid there. Some interesting battles for sure towards the front. See who can deliver as well, who might underperform. In ILR4, so this is ILR4 now. This is the old ILR3. 8 PM on Thursdays. This is our top assist tier on Thursday evenings. This gets a little bit more competitive now. I'll tell you what, the top 5 or 6 in this tier, whew, they could possibly even be ILR3 or 2 on the day. So we'll run through that now. In the Mercedes, we've got Kryptonite. In the Ferrari, we've got Conzo 993. In the Red Bull, we've got his brother Calzo 210. In the Red Bull, we've got Nick 118247. In the Ferrari, we've got Dougie Antonio 97. In the Mercedes, we've got X4 Sticks 13. In the Renault, we've got Hoss Hennessy. In the Force India, we've got Warlock Mina. In the Haas, we've got J Cole 98. In the Haas, we've got Darkbolt 9999. In the Force India, we've got CPI Casper. In the Renault, we've got QVR Chill. In the McLaren, we've got Fatinho 1108. In the Toro Rosso, we've got DeLuca 96. In the Sauber, we've got Nigel XO. In the Williams, we've got Rinky Marie. In the other Williams, we've got XY Campbell YX. In the Sauber, we've got Chaza 35687. In the Toro Rosso, we've got Lukey Luke 09. And completing it is LMC Josh in the McLaren. So that's ILR4 8 p.m. on Thursdays. The reserves for that are Bananas Time 350, Mr. Hollywood N1, and Partridge 99. So I felt this is a tough one to try and really allocate the reserves, but we have to go on first come first serve basis. But these guys again, you'll be racing Mr. Hollywood some competitive times, and Partridge seems to be very quick at select tracks, which is great to see. So it should be these guys waiting in the wings should be great. And tell you what, the constructors battle up there: Kryptonite, Four Sticks, Conzo, Dougie Antonio, Calzo, and Nick. That should be a really saucy constructors fight. Interesting. I couldn't really call it. You could have potentially 5 or 6 title challenges in most tiers. I think Ritson's probably favourite ILR5, King and JJ, Lord Elephant, ILR6, maybe Noel Patrick, Bill, TGI Plays, Moosh a lot, probably the standouts in ILR7. So that does round up the Sunday evening tiers, the Thursday evening tiers, sorry. Now we'll be moving on to the Sunday evening tiers. We've got 3 tiers: ILR3, ILR2, and ILR1. A lot of you guys have been waiting, so thank you for still tuning in. You guys have had to bear the brunt of waiting the longest. So we move on to ILR3 Sundays, which is racing line, ABS, and medium TC only. So it's a bit of a soft approach, I know, but we're moving towards that now of no assists. So without further ado, let's go through ILR3 Sunday 7 p.m. In the Mercedes, Corsa F1. In the Ferrari, T1000 Zach. In the Red Bull, Carrig DMPT. In the other Red Bull, Bremandinho 23. In the Ferrari, GPI Schumacher. In the Mercedes, Pagainus 21. In the Renault, Cohen 998. In the Force India, AZR Lawmans. In the Haas, Scuba MUFC. In the other Haas, Kevin Portugal 7. In the Force India, XD Dino. In the Renault, Diane Coupe. In the McLaren, X Flexi. In the Toro Rosso, QVR FC Game Boys. In the Sauber, Mr. Sky Z. In the Williams, Snaky for Life. In the other Williams, Silent Assassin 50. In the Sauber, ILRT Matter. In the Toro Rosso, Joseph Corby. In the McLaren, EFC Matthew. And the reserves for ILR3, Foxy Dude 101, Alice Min, and Super Guy NL. And again, gents, it's a case of sign up late or last minute, and it's just been a case of this is what we have left. So reserve pace, Foxy Dude 101, Alice Min, and hopefully see you guys on track soon. Well, again, very competitive tier. Corsa taking the drop down, Zach, Carrig, Bromandinho, Paga, Cohen. You could all argue these guys, and Scuba and Kevin Portugal. You could argue could they go 2, could they go 3 or 4. It just depends what they're like. These guys are very quick. I'm sure you guys are watching now, but you can be inconsistent. But on your day, you're lightning. So who can deliver over the course of a short 11 race season? We have to wait and see. But it should be interesting. And we'll move straight on. 7 p.m. again, Sundays, ILR2, which is only racing line and ABS. So in the Mercedes, we have ILRT Neo 1. In the Ferrari, we've got Matt 32575. In the Red Bull, ZR Mercedes. In the other Red Bull, Jacotex. In the Ferrari, LMC Wumi. In the Mercedes, ILR Shadow. In the Renault, the Gamer Paco. In the Force India, Spaghetti Chips. In the Haas, Onyx Mer. In the other Haas, Will Murdoch. In the Force India, Karim Karam. In the other Renault, ILRT Goody. In the McLaren, Dutch Tricks. In the Toro Rosso, AZR Yeet. In the Sauber, X Fanade. In the Williams, Joachim 1011. In the other Williams, TTG Ollie. In the Sauber, TTG Alez. In the Toro Rosso, Nick Houston 2000. And in the McLaren, with Samson Boy completes the grid. We've got reserves, Weislig, can't commit full time. We've got Bulletproof returning, and Plexit, they both did leave at the end of the season, so we can't give a full time seat to them, but obviously they get a chance to prove themselves. They'll be back in no time. But a very competitive grid. I'm sure someone will be surprised how quick that grid is at the front as well. You could argue the top 6 could be an ILR1 on the day as well, so people are buying out the chomp to go up to ILR1 if you've had to take the plunge down because it's not ready for racing line only. But very competitive grid. ILR2 commentary team of Soup Cooler and Owen Wyatt. And the ILR3 commentary team is the new driver, new commentator, Hugo. So he's new to the ILR team, but he'll be hopefully making a good impression the Sunday evenings now as well. So great to have him aboard and welcome. And we'll move straight on to the business end, the final tier. So thank you if any of you guys are tuning in for ILR1 PS4. We're finally at the moment where we can announce it. ILR1 racing line only, 5 p.m. on Sundays. We have in the Mercedes VSR Blizzard, in the Ferrari CPI Speed Barry, in the Red Bull ILRT Cliffy, in the other Red Bull Gonanen 87, in the Ferrari YH Paris, in the Mercedes Francis Jessica, in the Renault ILRT Leon, in the Force India VSR Lambo, in the Haas ILRT Lickle, in the other Haas CC Brain, in the Force India ILRT Yanel, in the Renault TTG Poe, in the McLaren ILRT Lewis, in the Toro Rosso It's Me 12321, in the Sauber ILRT Abiadon, in the Williams Hume X, in the other Williams UX Rafa, in the Sauber ILRT Alfie, in the Toro Rosso X Zenki, and in the McLaren CPI Lewis RC. And that rounds up the 20 drivers in ILR1. You can say a few surprises maybe towards the back of Lewis and Zenki being promoted up a few tiers, but I believe they've got what it takes, especially being no assists. He needs to get the sweat on now. Have to wait and see how that goes, but I think you agree with Speed Barry coming in and Paris as well. That does really bolster the no assist drivers, which is what we want. We want to get a few more no assist drivers in there, make it known. So thank you for these guys signing up. Does make the tier a lot quicker as well, and does add a few dimensions. Reserves for ILR1 is VG Hamilton, Sterling West, and this is Wayne. So unfortunately, like I said, guys, I've said it just repeating myself, but it's not enough spaces. There's 23 spaces on the grid. You guys will be straight in there, but ILR1 pace, all no assists. You'll be waiting in the wings in no time. I'm sure if you guys away each race week, you'll have your chance to flex your muscles and see what you can do. So I think that rounds it up. And of course, let's not forget the commentary team. In ILR1, we've got Ginger Andy and James. James jumping on from Xbox as well. So we commentate on ILR1, Xbox and PS4 tiers with Ginger Andy. So great comms team there in place. I think that just about rounds it up. So if I've missed your name out, give me a message. I bloody hope I haven't. But like I said, guys, all the tiers and all the drivers and all your cars and teammates, it will be on the forum after this video. You will be in your Twitter group chats. Thank you again for signing up. I'm sorry I've butchered any names. I'm sure I have. I've had to go through a lot. My throat is now killing me. But I really do appreciate you all signing up and giving us another go of another season 5, and hope it's the best one yet. Hopefully we get some funding in the future as well and get some really good prizes. But you never say never. I hope you're happy with your cars. Hope you're happy with your teammates. We can't please everyone. If you're in a lower car, prove us wrong. Show us that you can go for the title. If you're in one of the top ranked cars, prove me right. Prove that you're worth it and that you can win that title or compete. So this is what it's about now. Let's see what we can do. You've got your teammates now. You know who you're up against. Where do you rank? I want to see some good battles on there. I want to see some epic constructors fights. Some team orders come into play perhaps. We'll have to wait and see. But thank you all for tuning in, and thank you for bearing with me as we've been sorting out these lineups. Race week is only a few weeks away now. Lights out in let's have a quick look. Lights out 18th of April, so 3 weeks away. We will be hosting, it's probably a bit outdated if you watched it after Thursday, but this Thursday we'll have a pre-season test session. It's live on the forum now, so you want to go and sign up with your cars. Be available 2 sessions. Be great to see you for Spanish pre-season test. But anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you on Twitter, see you on the forum, and see you on the racetrack very soon. And take care, lads.